Trust the drop. Trust the drop. Now, typically, I always have on Friday a trailer of the sermon on Sunday. But this morning, I'm going to kind of retreat back to our lentil devotion. You know, we're in Lent, and we're talking about our penance, our sin, our coming closer to Him. And as a result of that, we've created this devotion. Now, you can get the devotion. All you got to do is get the QR code on the screen right now in the lower thirds. And it's all about trusting the drop. Now, I'll get into that. But I didn't want to give you. I got a word for you Sunday, but this morning it's a little different. Trust the drop. Trust the drop. How about that? That's what we're going to talk about on this morning. The text to talk to take away 5 minutes or less. Let's get into greeting some folk and then get into the word right now. Good morning, Ramona. How are you? Brenda is in the house. Carolyn is in the house on this morning. Good morning, Valerie. How are you? Dan, the man, is here as well. Dawn is here. How are you on this morning? Yvonne, how are you on this morning? Vaughn is in the house as well. LaFon is in the house. Pasha is in the house. Winifred is here. Ori is here. Deborah is here. Remember this. Think about this. And I'm going to share this word with you. Trust the drop. Now, Bishop, what are you talking about? Just hang in there. I'll tell you what it means. It's going to make sense here in a minute. Good morning, Denise. How are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are you? Minister Yolanda, how are you? Vaughn, how are you? Linda, how are you doing on this morning? Good morning, Elder Mobley. Again, Jewel, look here. Let me just greet some folk here, and I want to get into this word right quick. Good morning, Pamela. Pasha is in the house as well. Here we go. Joelle is here all the way from Mississippi. Good morning, Verena. How are you this morning? Typically, and happy Friday. It is Friday, and 2 days from Sunday. How about that? And here's the thing. I know we generally get a trailer for the message on Sunday. I got a word for you, son. Don't you even worry about that. And it's going to bless you for real. But this morning, I want to take you into the Lent devotional that we have. You can get it. All you got to do is scan the QR code on the screen right now, and you can get that Lent devotional. And it's all about how we are drawing closer to the Lord, cross connection, that we're moving closer to Him because we're getting closer to Resurrection Sunday. How about that? So, how many of you are ready? You ready for the word on this morning? I got a word for you on this morning. Let's get with it.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Trust the drop. Trust the drop. Here's the text. Luke 5, 5 through 6. Luke 5, 5 through 6. Simon answered, Master, we've worked hard all night. Haven't caught anything. But because you say so, we're going to drop the nets again. Trust the drop. When they had done so, they caught such a large number of fish, their nets broke because of the number of fish. Trust the drop. Here's the context of the text. This is what's going on. Jesus is teaching by the lake of Gennesaret. Steps out into Peter's boat because the crowd is pressing on the shores. Peter gets this unexpected command post teaching. Put out your nets deep into the water and let them down. Drop those nets again. Now, I want you to hear something. And everybody knows that Jesus is a carpenter and Peter is a fisherman. Peter knows the conditions of the water. He says, I've been fishing all night. I didn't catch anything. I know what's going on here, carpenter. But because you say so, I'll drop it again. I'll drop it again. What happens as a result of that? That surrender opens the door to miracles and the beginning of Peter's fish calling to people. There's three things I want you to get. And I want you to grab a hold of this as you trust the drop in your life. One, surrender moves you beyond your experience. Surrender moves you beyond your experience. I say it a third time. Surrender moves you beyond your experiences. Our experiences can hold us captive. Experiences can keep you from moving forward. Experiences, because this is what I've always experienced, it can cause you not to drop the net. Peter had knowledge, experience, and a long night of evidence that things ain't going the way I want them to go. God's voice must prevail over your past experience. Two, surrender happens before the miracle. Surrender happens before the miracle. Peter didn't see the fish first. He obeyed first. We walk by faith and not by sight. In the kingdom of God, obedience precedes overflow. You want overflow? Trust the drop. Trust the drop. Drop that net. Third thing, surrender reveals your purpose. Surrender reveals your purpose. After the miracle, Peter falls down on his knees, recognizing, here we go. Oh my God, I'm a sinful person in front of someone who clearly is beyond sin. But now he understands it ain't about fish, Peter. It's about people. That's your purpose. But if you had never dropped the net, you would have never picked up your purpose. Can I say that again? Peter, Morning Manna fam, if you don't ever drop your net, you will never be able to pick up your purpose. So what's your takeaway this morning? Here's your takeaway. Trust Jesus enough to drop your nets. Trust him enough to drop your nets. Got a word for you Sunday. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace, share the manna. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. And I'll see you Sunday with a word, 8 and 10, and then Monday with more morning manna. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.